everybody. Holly, the founder, CEO of Dune Jewelry. I actually learned about your line a few years ago from my friend Carol, and I fell in love because I think it's just incredible. There's like so many parts to it. The fact that you can customize it, the fact that you can take something that was an incredible memory and like hold it close to you forever. And that's what I really loved about it. I felt like, wow, it's like, oh, I mean, I never take this necklace off.
I
My,
know you don't.
I
I
never, I
love
never
seeing
take
it
it
on
off.
you.
It's like my favorite. Everyone asks me about it. It's a statement piece, but I get to talk about it, and then it always leads into more conversation about Italy. So I
Yeah.
love it. But I want you to, I guess, talk a little bit about how you got started with Dune jewelry and all those beginning days.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, it's so interesting how time goes by because it feels like yesterday in one sense, and then in another sense, it feels like 100 years ago. But basically, I started making jewelry at my kitchen table with sand from local beaches on Cape Cod, where I grew up. And it was just a creative outlet for me. I was working in real estate. I loved real estate, but I always had that creative side. So I would started gifting it to people, and then when I would see them, they would have it on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they like actually like it, right? They didn't even know they were going to see me today. Um, and then they'd say, oh, I just got back from Aruba. I have a little tiny pinch of sand. Can you use that in a design? And then it was like, oh, wait a minute. Everybody in the world has an adventure but yeah, I was making the jewelry at my kitchen table. People were loving it. And I thought, gosh, I should maybe see if this is a real opportunity. So I started hauling 6-foot tables out to craft shows,
God.
popping up the
Yeah.
tent, putting out the jewelry. And I got like all of the positive affirmations that I needed to have the confidence to really start it as an actual business as
Right.
opposed to a hobby. So I really kind of try to absorb everything around me and like people's opinions and suggestions and all of that. And I think that really helped in the beginning how
To move it
create the business.
along. Yeah, yeah. How, I mean, I know you said people started bringing you sand, but is that how it built up? Just like people adding more and
Yeah.
more sand to your sandbank?
Yeah. So just to roll it back a little bit, Dune Jewelry started as the original beach sand jewelry company. And we would take little pinches of sand from places all over the world that people would bring me, and we would incorporate it into designs. So,
Yeah.
like this here
Oh,
is
that's so pretty.
this is brand new. We haven't even launched it
I was
yet.
gonna say, I don't think I've seen
This is a dawn piece.
I
I can
haven't seen
see
it.
you
Ah,
rocking this every day. This is actually sand from Siesta Key, Florida, right in the bezel here.
yeah.
14 karat gold vermeil, which is a thick inlay over sterling silver. And so this
It's
bracelet
beautiful.
doesn't just come like
Yeah.
this. It could be Siesta Key, Florida. It could be sand from Bermuda. It could be
Hmm.
crushed shells from Hawaii. Anywhere that you have a memory, or pressed flower petals from a wedding you could put in here,
Oh,
which
I
would be,
love that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's such a
So
good
we kind of,
idea.
yeah, we evolved from the original beach sand jewelry company to the one and only experiential jewelry company. And that means that we capture experiences in every single piece.
Yeah, and you know what's really pretty is like I love that bracelet, and I think that you really took something that are a part of people that they love, but you also put it into really beautiful jewelry. So the pieces are not like these, like quick made styles that you can see
No,
anywhere.
yeah.
They're beautiful. They're
Thank
jewelry that
you.
you would wear like like that you would go into a store and pick out out of like where you would see in a jewelry store, but now you've customized it and you make it where it's
Yes.
like really someone's. So it's like the two of the best worlds came together because it's hard to
Thank you.
take something. Wow, I mean, I never even thought of that. So that's
Yeah.
what an
And I
awesome
think
thing.
too, if people hear, oh, sand jewelry, they're like, oh, it could
Yeah,
be really kitschy. It could
right.
be honestly kind of crappy. But, we really try to keep it as high quality as possible. I have a few
Yeah.
pieces over here I want to show you. Um,
I think that's what it is too. It's like that
yeah,
it's not kitschy, you know? It's like you really didn't go that it doesn't even come up. Oh my God.
so this is heavy. This is sterling silver, and it's filled with sand from Lake Tahoe on the bottom, but on the top is mother of pearl,
Oh,
crushed mother of pearl,
yeah, because you
and
can see
that's
the
our gradient technique is what we call it. So
oh,
it's literally just this little piece of art that holds a memory.
it is. Is
And
that
this
new?
is a heavy one.
Yeah. Is that a
Isn't
new
that
piece?
great? That is, yeah, it's fairly new.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fairly
That's
new. I know you mostly wear gold,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we don't have it in gold yet, but
I
we're
love
starting to put like do a
yeah.
ton of different designs in gold.
I think that's so
Um,
that's unique too to be able to take something like the two parts of there and put it together. The mother
Isn't
of
that
pearl.
pretty?
Wow.
Well, right, because you're looking at it and you're like, is that a stone? Is that a shell?
Yes. Yeah.
What is
And
it?
I
And
think
then all
that's
of a
why I
sudden,
get even I have the ankle bracelet on and that's what people always ask like, "Oh, what is that though?" Cuz it's not something they're used to seeing and then it
yeah,
just leads right into a story. It just
this is a
automatically
really
leads.
good one. This is actually doesn't have sand in it. These are mussel shells on the bottom and mother of
Mm.
pearl on top.
Oh, that's really pretty. It almost looks like the moon, like a
Mhm.
moon necklace, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that
actually,
is
yeah.
so pretty. So do
Um,
you
so
like someone brings you or gives you the sand or you have now you have a huge bank of sand. So when you get either or and then someone wants to put it into a design like something like that, they know which one will go on the top or which or will you talk to them about it? Is it
usually there's a photograph on the website,
okay.
but we do what we call sand styling appointments. So if someone
Oh,
is not, they don't know exactly what they want to create and they need a little bit of creative help,
yeah.
our brand manager, Lauren, who you know,
Yes.
will get on the phone and talk them through everything. Like even if
Oh.
say, oh, I think you're gonna like this one too, Dawn, because this is so original. I dreamt this necklace and then created it.
No way.
This, this is Bubbles.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Isn't that cool?
Yes. Wait, are they like
So
individual with
they're individual.
oh,
So
oh my God.
these could be, so I happen to like it with the monochromatic, like all of
Yeah.
them filled with the same element, but someone else who has 10 different memories that they want to capture, I mean, they could have
Yeah.
sand from Fiji, they could have, like I always wear stuff from the Greek islands because I'm
Yes.
manifesting that
Yes.
trip.
Yeah.
So
I
this
know.
is the Greek islands. Yeah. I'm
I'm
like,
like,
I'm
come
gonna
on,
get there someday.
bring it
Yep.
back.
Come to me. Yeah. But yeah, Lauren will sit down and do a sand styling and she'll help
Oh,
you pick out, what you want in
I
every single setting.
yeah, I feel like that could work for so many things. Like a husband could get that, like let's say you've been married a certain amount of years and
Yes.
you want to put all the different places maybe you've
Oh,
gone into that.
that.
Oh, it would be so or like you just said, maybe you visit I think of Italy just a lot and maybe you visited all different, places in Italy and you could put the different sands from all different
Yes.
places. I just
Oh
there's
my
so many things.
gosh. That's a really cool idea. Like
Yeah.
I almost wonder we should do one. I should make one with all different Italian sands and
Yes.
then like call it something.
Something like the
Because
Amalfi Coast one and like because
yes,
Amalfi Coast has all the oh
with Sorrento and
yes,
Capri and
exactly.
yep,
Oh,
yep.
I mean,
That would be incredible.
amazing.
Actually, I'm gonna do that.
I like
I'm gonna
it.
do
I
that. Because
I like that.
at this point, everything is custom made to
Yeah.
order. So except for a few items on the website. So you have to go on and really put thought into the process.
Yeah.
Whereas if we had a few pre-made items, that might be
It's
cool.
nice. Yeah, for someone that I mean, I know like the more popular kind of places, I feel like
Yeah.
then people would even like Hawaii, there's a lot of different, like the different islands there.
The
Oh, it would be so
Hawaii is
fun.
like just so incredible. We actually stopped using sand from Hawaii because culturally it's frowned
See,
upon,
that's
but
that's like
but you
you
can
never
use
know.
shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use shell,
Oh,
which is cool because shell is like it's so pretty. It's so textural. There's always so much color.
Oh.
So yeah, so no sand, but we use shell
So,
from Hawaii.
so really, I mean, and shells are so pretty. I feel like that's another good thing that someone, I'm thinking of now how I have a couple of shells. You know, like when you're just on the beach and you collect shells, but you're like, what am I ever going to do with these shells?
They end up on a
That's,
shelf or in a cup
yeah.
somewhere.
And
Yeah.
a paper cup on the counter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
But that is a great way to have a reason to pick up the shells off of the, wherever you go and put them into a piece of jewelry. So do you put
Yeah,
them in, are your
absolutely.
earrings also? Or
So these are part of the Camille Costet
I was
collection.
going to ask you about that collection. So we
Hmm.
can go right into that because that's what I wanted to know about that collection too.
Can you see those
Yes. Yes.
very well?
Yeah.
So we have them in sterling silver and 14 karat gold for May. And they are they're like the perfect everyday hoop.
They
If
are.
you notice, if anyone watching is a Camille fan, you'll notice she has these hoops in 5 out of 7 days.
No way. They're
Because
perfect. Yeah.
they're lightweight. They've got cultured diamonds all the way through.
Ooh.
And I love these because the detail, I actually worked with Camille and a designer in Rhode Island to get these perfect, because while you may look at them and you're like, oh, they're just a hoop. We wanted to make sure that the diamond placement
Mm.
was perfect. And then the etchings that come out of each diamond
Diamond.
are like really, the detail is
Yeah, I can
really,
like
really,
see them a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, it was all
Different.
meticulously
That's so
thought out. And I'm really happy with the way
How did
it
you
came.
how did you get started working together? I think when I first met you was with the first during swim week, right? Was that when you
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yep.
Yeah.
So I had been using friends and family for models forever. Like, we're a bootstrap business. So what that means is I never took any investment money. I never took loans out. I mean, now I have loans just for cash flow
Right.
purposes, but I didn't know enough about business to feel comfortable taking money from anyone.
Mm.
So when I started, I talk about shoestring budget. Like, I would use friends and
Yeah.
family. I would make, package, ship everything myself. Like, it was
Wow.
just me,
Yeah,
one
that's what
woman
you do.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Make it
exactly,
work.
step by step. And so when I finally could afford kind of a
Mm.
model, like, it was time. I needed
Right.
I needed to have a real model. So I was looking through the portfolios for Maggie Agency in Boston, and Camille just, like, the freckles, the
Yeah.
healthy body,
Yeah.
the just the positivity that even just exudes out of her
It
photos.
does.
And back then she was still fairly inexperienced. So,
Mm.
but you could still just see it. And so I hired her for a shoot, and it
Wow.
was awesome. And then another shoot. And then I'm like, this girl is so passionate about life and what she does, and so positive. And I'm like, I need to figure out a way to have a deeper relationship. So
Yeah.
long story short, we're on like our third collaboration, and she's a great friend to
She's
the
amazing.
brand.
Yeah.
I think recently some other like CEOs and stuff have been like, so how did that happen?
Yeah.
Like, are you guys like long-term friends?
Friends. Yeah.
Or but it just really happened organically. And I count my blessings
That's
every day that
awesome.
she's part of my
Yeah.
team, because not only is she beautiful, but she's smart and passionate and driven and all of those things that you want to work with
She
as
fits
a
the
female
brand, like
entrepreneur.
she fits it all so well, like there's no
Yeah.
piece of it that feels inauthentic. It all feels so real. And that's another thing that I think I really am drawn to about Dune jewelry is that it's like real. Like you're behind it. People see you. They
Yeah.
know who is creating everything, the hard work that's been put into it, and supporting something like that and purchasing jewelry from someone that in that way is just it's different. It's different than anything else. So
I think that makes me so happy to hear. I think sometimes we're too real. Like, we'll just,
yeah.
take it all off, show everything. Like, we show everyone everything because, yeah, I'm just so proud of my team. I mean, I have 25 full-time team members
Wow.
now, making jewelry, packaging jewelry. We have a sandbank manager now, Dawn, which
No
is the funniest thing because her job is to like collect new elements that come in, whether
way.
it's coal recovered from the Titanic or crushed granite from the Rocky Mountains. Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my,
anything that can, and this isn't like the sexiest way to say it, but anything that can be turned into particulate matter, we
yeah.
can use in the jewelry.
Wow.
Um,
Huh.
yeah, paint chips from childhood homes,
Oh
like that
my,
people want
yes.
to remember.
Yeah.
Ashes. I
No way.
know that.
Yeah, but it's like I've been seeing it in a lot of like art more, the ashes, but in jewelry it's like that's close to you. And I
Yeah,
feel like it keeps it at, I don't know, it's like a different level of having that person always there. It's like why not put it in
yes,
jewelry? And then like I picture grandchildren having it or great grandchildren, now the
absolutely.
piece carries on way longer than anything else would. So,
Absolutely. We have a lifetime warranty on all of our jewelry too, which I think really differentiates us from many other brands.
yeah.
For me, I want people wearing their pieces and talking about it and, just kind of
Yeah.
spreading good energy. And listen, crap happens, right? Like sometimes something breaks. It doesn't
Right.
mean that it's not good quality. It's just, life happens.
Oh
So
yeah.
we
I,
just, we
yeah.
either replace it or fix it.
Yeah,
Usually we end up
whatever. Right.
replacing it. Yeah. But
No, I mean
I,
I can say that this has been through, I don't even know how old, like a couple of years, and I never take it off. It's been through everything, like workouts, showers, like, and the gold is still so like everything is so good.
that's
Like
I mean, that makes me so happy
so
because
good.
even when it's really high quality vermeil,
I
because that's
I know.
gold over sterling silver, sometimes it can wear down.
Oh, I know.
Not a big
Yeah.
deal. You can we would replate it for you,
Right.
but
Yeah. No,
no, every time I see that on you, I'm like, it could not look cooler. You
it,
make it look so
oh,
damn cool in
thank you.
every single,
Thank you.
reel and
I
TikTok
love
and
it.
picture. I
It's
just,
a, it's a great piece. I mean, I love all of your pieces and I wear all of them a
but
lot.
that's the one for
It
you.
just
That's like
stays.
almost like a signature for you.
It
That,
is,
yeah.
it really became that. And I get asked all the time. I was at a restaurant a couple weeks ago and someone asked me about it. And I was like, okay, this is where I have to go. I'm like trying to
I love
explain.
that.
It's fun when that happens, because you really
Yeah,
know. It's like, that I know that what I like, but then it's just like validation when someone else likes it, when you hear more people liking it too. So it must feel that way,
absolutely.
for you with all your pieces. So
Yeah.
it's just
I
awesome.
still have, everyone always asks me, oh, have you been out, to dinner somewhere or out and
Yeah.
about and someone has Dune on?
Yeah.
And it's really never happened to me. It's happened to everyone else in the
What?
business. No,
That's
I know. I know.
that's crazy.
It's so weird. But what would I do anyway? Walk up and be like,
It's
oh
like,
my
oh,
God. Yeah, I don't
that's mine.
know.
That's my necklace. What?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
probably horrify people.
That's
But
funny. That's too funny. Oh my gosh. So, I wanted to ask you about new styles. You showed me the bracelet. What other new, really? I know you're always kind of coming out with new stuff, but what are some of the newest pieces that you have?
um gosh, we're always coming up with new stuff
Yeah.
because we find that Dune becomes collectible for a lot of
Mhm.
people, which is awesome. But it does take a lot. We don't have like a regular fashion drop like a spring
Right.
and summer. We're constantly launching new items throughout the year, to keep our customers happy and engaged
Yeah.
and looking forward to something. I have a really cool bracelet coming out. I don't think I have it here, but I want to tell you about it because
Yeah.
it's really, so it is, it's this little beaded cuff bracelet, and it's made with marine grade stainless steel,
Oh
which
wow.
means it won't tarnish,
Nothing.
it won't, I
Yeah.
mean, that thing, yeah, that thing is solid. And it has seven teeny tiny little bezels in it, like seven tiny settings,
Yeah.
and each one has sand or earth elements from each of the seven continents. So,
Oh.
mhm, yeah. So we're calling it The World Is Yours.
Oh,
And it's just a reminder that the world is at your fingertips
love
and you
it.
got to make it yours. Every opportunity is out there.
Yeah.
So that one's really exciting. And that's another one that won't be customizable
Right.
because
It's
it'll
done.
already be
Yeah.
made.
You
Yeah.
you mentioned it's so funny because you talked about mentioning like manifesting in Greece and all of that. But honestly, I mean, if anyone follows me, I'm a true believer in that, in manifesting. And I think I'm always aware of everything that I have on and what I'm saying and thinking because I do think you can manifest even without yourself knowing it. So this is a great way to do it, but I think something like that is too, to remind you every day, like something like that, if you look down at it and you see, the world is yours and you're thinking that and it's
Hmm.
subconsciously there, you will bring all and everything into your life that way. I really believe that.
I believe that
Yeah.
wholeheartedly.
So I think to make
And
a piece like that, just, uh,
yeah.
it's a way.
And then if you start like really getting into it and you're like, oh my gosh, think of how the energy of sand and earth is like, it is eternal. It has
Yes.
been here
Forever.
since
Yeah.
the dawn of time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And when you've got sand running through your fingertips, it's like that sand was probably a boulder one day, it was part of a mountain or a
Yeah.
boulder or something so much bigger. And I
Um,
love that too. I
yeah.
part of me kind of that part of me is like, gosh, that's why Dune's so
Mm,
successful. It's that energy that we're
it is.
touching every day and all the energy we're putting back out into the world.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
you
it's the
know,
best kind of the earth energy is the best energy there is. I mean, with crystals and
absolutely.
so why not have that on you? I believe in that so much. So I
Yeah.
think that's incredible. Um, so I mean, I know people are always looking for where to shop. Everything is on your website. You have it. I was just on there today again and I saw that you have everything pretty easy to find and they can search based on the sand, your collections. There's a lot of different ways to search to find the pieces that anyone's looking for. But can you just go down all the ways to find Dune jewelry?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find Dune jewelry on our website, which is Dune, like a sand dune, jewelry.com. We're always doing really fun stuff on Facebook, on Instagram. Both of those are at Dune Jewelry. And if you ever want any behind the scenes stuff, I'm trying to ramp up my Instagram and
Yeah.
I will get there. I've got big plans, but my personal Instagram is Sandy Hands.
Yes.
Just if you're curious about running a business or being a bootstrap kitchen table entrepreneur, I love collaborating with other women and other women that want to start their own businesses. I
Yeah.
I feel because some days I'm like, I don't know anything, like every day is a learning curve. But
Yeah.
then I have a conversation with someone who's just starting out and I'm like, oh my gosh,
You have
like
so much
I
knowledge.
really have
Yeah.
so much knowledge to share. And I love doing that. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
start doing that more on
I
the
can see
personal
it
side.
actually on your page more. And I feel like you're very motivating. That's what I like about your page too, is like
Thank
it
you.
gets me motivated and we all need that. Like, you know, everyone scrolls and we spend so much time on social media and if you can have those people, someone like you in your feed and have that come up and see that, it changes. I think that changes so much for your day. I notice for me, I try not to scroll to like get into all that too early in the morning. But I
Yeah.
follow it's the worst like you can do. But I really make it a point to follow like the people that I know are going to motivate me or that they're going to post something that makes me want my day to be even better. And I feel like your
It's so
personal,
important. That's such a great
yeah,
point. It's so easy to get up and kind of roll over and grab your phone and
yeah,
start scrolling. And unfortunately, no matter how, I mean, sometimes it can be like
it
defeating
is,
in the morning if
yeah,
even if you just stumble across one or two posts that are like,
yeah,
I don't know, negative or I don't know. But
anything,
yeah,
yeah. I
but
see
you
it with
can
myself. I'm like,
definitely,
I didn't even think something was negative until like it hits me in a certain way or makes me feel a certain way, and I'm like, that's not great. Like I'd rather,
yes,
someone post something that makes my day want to move forward than anything
get
else.
up and get going. Yep.
Exactly, exactly. Which
Same.
I feel like you really do really well. So I
Thank
love that.
you.
I'm so glad we were able to talk today. And I always love hearing your stories and more about the jewelry and seeing the new pieces that you have. They're always great. So I hope more people can follow along, and I'll be excited to see the new stuff that you have coming up.
Dawn, thank you so much. We just took home a rescue pup. So that's who you're
Yeah.
hearing in the background. That is Earl. And
Girl, oh, you had that the other day. You said what name? I was wondering what name you
yep,
were gonna pick on your
yep, it's
stories, right?
Earl. It's actually he's named after Sylvia Earle, who is an ocean just an awesome oceanographer. She's
Oh wow,
incredible.
really?
So if
Huh.
you ever are looking for a good documentary, watch Mission Blue.
Okay, yeah, I love that
It's
stuff
just
about
really,
the ocean.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good. But Sylvia Earle's just a just total badass,
Oh, how
and
cute! What a good
he is
name
named after
then.
her. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'll be seeing. I'm sure I'll see Earl more now. So
you
on,
will.
I can't. I love it. So 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 cute. Thank you so much, Holly. This was amazing, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for having me, Dawn.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.